Da, 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 da. Hello. So this is an impromptu video because I was coming back from somewhere, and this my maps. When I realized, oh my God, I'm not too sure where I'm going. Whoa, I made that wrong. You know, I do this every time I come up here. Whether that Sweet Hollow Road may be closed, because this will be a first for me that it is. Now let's just, I mean, it's taking me back here now, and this should be, nope, because my Google Maps made me, I unplugged too soon. All right, so it's one up, and that's exactly why I couldn't get up there. And I'm saying to myself, oh, is this a green light? Okay. So, all right, so over here, all right, now we got it. Now this isn't better because now we get the whole entrance of the whole thing and whatnot. So, okay. All right, so Sweet Hollow Road on Long Island is got a ton of stories with it. First off, it's the most twisty, small, two-way lane. There it is, Sweet Hollow Road. All right, hold on a second. You don't need this guy. All right, so this road, from the moment that I could drive, was the only thing that I could hear about. Gotta go to Sweet Hollow Road. Mary's grave. The overpass where the bus crashed and all the children died and everything else like that. And if you stop underneath the overpass, your car will be pushed through, and you got to make sure that you honk for good luck, to thank them for everything that they do. So here we are. Now I'm on the right road, and we will get a quick glimpse of stuff's going on. So I'm gonna this is gonna be maybe like my first intro video. No, I'm gonna have to use this hand. Intro video to this. So here we are, and you're gonna see how close when another car comes around, because and with the snow, it doesn't make it any much better. Here we go. Coming out of the camp. Can we make it through? Oh man. All right, West Hills Day Camp. Boy Scouts, we camp there. All right, here we go. This is gonna be good now. I'm gonna try and do this. Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay, so you come up here at night. Everybody tries to drive with their headlights off. I do not recommend you doing that, kids. All right, we all do stupid stuff, and then there's a guy like me who's gonna sit there and tell you not to. But do drive it really fast because it's fun. So, anyways, so the one thing was Mary's grave and the story of Mary. Mary, I'm still gathering a lot of my facts, but we're going to give a quick run to on this one. And this is just for you guys to see what this road is about and why everybody is all about it. Back in the 1800s, around here, there was a school and a school teacher who apparently, there's two sides of the story. One, it was an old little schoolhouse, and the kids were unruly, they didn't listen to anything else, so the teacher, who was Mary's father, locked them all in and set the place ablaze and made Mary help. And in the process of doing so, Mary was also killed in the blaze, and now apparently she haunts the roads over here. The other one goes to the point of that Mary was the killer, and she was the one who killed everybody and locked them into school because her father was overbearing, and to her, he cared more about the students than her, and she took her anger and frustrations and everything about it out on them and burnt the school. And that the ghosts still roam here. So, yeah. So that's that one. Then when we get a little further up, and I don't know why every one of these stories that take place like that have this, but oh, is it okay to curse in another language? I didn't say the normal ones. Look at this. This is awesome. Awesome. All right. Okay, so then here's this. So Now there's another story. When you come up here, there's a small graveyard, which is further down this crazy road. Houses are beautiful over here, by the way. Oh, here we go again. Getting too close. Okay. So, a lot of wooded area. And there's, if you notice, there's no lights. So at nighttime, it's just by your headlights. And this guy's probably wondering, why is this guy filming the back of my car? I'm not. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna let you get ahead of me. I'm gonna drive a little slower. Okay. So he starts thinking that I'm trying to tail him or something like that. How funny would it be, like, you know, he, the person, he or she's in that car and they're cheating on somebody and they think like I'm a private eye with a crooked camera and everything else like that. Anyways, so graveyard. Every one of these stories has, every time you hear about a graveyard, there's always a woman in white. Why white? I don't know. It's always white and there's a woman in a graveyard. But we apparently have one of those too. And here comes the overpass I was speaking about, right here. Alright, over here is the overpass where the bus apparently went over. I'm not gonna honk because I'm older now and I don't have nobody to goof around with in the car for it. But now that means we're coming up to the graveyard. And if it's open, maybe we'll drive in really quick since I am up here and I'm telling the story. Okay, here's that old graveyard. And when I was younger, I was always terrified to go in here, but then I realized, you know, people might be actually visiting and you can't get in trouble saying, I'm coming to visit a grave. But this is a very old graveyard here. And I think the actual entrance is further on the other side because you should be able to get in there. And then the road ends. But there's a whole lot of getting out and showing things and all that great stuff. But I figured since I was on the road, and it took me, and that was one of my things I was going to do. The road itself is just infamous on Long Island. Sweet Hollow Road. It's just, you know, when kids get their license, my son, my daughter, they're going to do it. They're going to hear about Sweet Hollow Road. It's probably going to be for me too. And they're going to go there. And hopefully they videotape it. Maybe they'll find some. But I've been there numerous times as a teenager. And this time I'm going to end up documenting it. That was the road. And even during the daytime, it's creepy. But there's also an old chapel there. That there's a whole story with that. And before I go into all of them, I want to go through all my information and weed out what is throughout the years exaggerated. Because that's what happens with urban legends, and get more or less, you know, put in the urban legend half, but have the truth in the history of this. Okay, I'm a big history buff. I like history. I really do. I always have. I mean, I'm the guy who's gonna watch Discovery, History Channel, Travel Channel, stuff like that before I watch a sporting event. It's true. And I believe in ghosts, I believe in UFOs, I believe in all that stuff. So I'd like to have my facts straight before I do it. That's why this trip is taking. But I just thought it was really cool that I was going home and it was taking me that way. So I felt like I had to bust out the camera and just film the road at least. So yeah, so we're going to cover, it's going to be 3 parts because there's a lot to it. So there's going to be the cemetery of the lady in white. And I know every cemetery has a story about a woman and a lady in white. I don't make them. I just hear them. And I'm going to videotape that. Then there's the overpass that apparently the school bus crashed, went over the side of Southern State. There was kids in the bus. I want to see if any of that comes up, if there's anything. But that's may or may not. But that's the myth, the urban legend, I should say, on that one. And if you stop underneath the bridge, which, see, this I don't understand. This is the part where I think possibly that it was just made more and more as time goes on. If you stop under the bridge, the children push you. There's no reason for them to push you. The overpass is quite safe indeed. Now, I can see if you were on like a bridge, like one over water or something like that, then they push you or something like that and get you off. But that part I don't know too much about. But I do know that you're supposed to honk underneath it and hold the horn until you leave, as apparently supposed to let them know that we still are thinking of them. That's the one that I like. Pays a little homage, if it is true. Then there's the Schoolhouse Mary, and the Story of Mary. That is probably the most one because there is documentation on this one. So, and there a little bit of background, finding out which one is true. That's the trick. So, yeah, so I just throwing this one up there really quick, kind of like a little glimpse into some things I'm going to start doing. Right now, it's a lot of vlogs and stuff like that. Like I said, the weather is just crappy. I can't go on any real adventures, and my whole thing is to get out of your house and go do things. But when it's just too damn cold out and everything else like that, I'm just inside watching YouTube like the rest of you guys. So there's no reason just to, to do it, halfway, and not really put my best foot forward on it. I mean, we can make it good. We can make it really good. So, all right. Anyways, thanks for watching again. Subscribe, leave a thumbs up. We are going to go on some adventures with the kids and myself. Some urban legends, maybe haunted stuff, things like that. Whatever I can get to. Like I said, it's every now and again. I don't have a day or time. It's very random. And that's the way I like it. I don't like being told what to do. That's my wife's job. I love you. Love you, wife. If you ever see this, I love you so very much. I'm telling the world. Love you too, kids. And this is what I do when I'm by myself. Yep. I know. It's sad. Okay. So everybody have a good one. I'll catch you later. And see you sometime soon. Bye.